This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Mac the Knife Global. We're at the final press conference here for Eubank Junior versus Quinlan this Saturday night. ITV box office. Oh, hey, Chris.
Comfortable again.
Comfortable.
Comfortable. How couldn't I be comfortable?
What does that mean? Break that down. What does that actually mean?
Comfortable means I woke up this morning and had eggs, turkey, bacon, hash browns, and some tea. That's comfortable.
That's comfortable.
Last fight, I probably woke up and had some water with a little bit of protein powder in it.
So 2 days before your last fight, if someone was to have asked how you was then, what word would you have used to describe how you were feeling then 2 days before your last fight?
I'm ready to kill somebody. I'm ready to go in that ring and devastate. And I am ready now, but you know, the feeling of going without food and water, it makes you it doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. I'll always be comfortable in my thinking going in towards the fight of my abilities and I'm gonna win. But inside, you know, you're starving. You're thirsty. So you're not comfortable physically until after that weigh-in, and then you just go and smash food for the next 24 hours. So, but now I'm good. It's a nice change.
Do you remember when I did actually interview you once at Blue Water before? I think you were fighting Ty and Booth about 4 years ago. Do you remember the interview we done at the weigh-in?
I think so.
And I remember asking you then the question about the sort of negative attitude that people have on social media towards you. That was 4 years ago. So why has that been a continual spiral since then? That generally was 4 years ago.
You know, when you say people,
all right, so break down people.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
All you see is, you know, your mates with Billy Joe Saunders. You've got your followers on IFL or whatever, and you know, maybe a majority of those guys don't like me. So that's all you're ever seeing. You're going on my Twitter and you're reading the comments, and that's.
I'm not suggesting everyone in the world hates you. I'm not at all.
Trust me, they don't.
No, I know they don't.
But what you're seeing each day on social media, it would make you think people don't like him. But if you was to walk, if I was to take you out with me one day and you was just to walk around in the street, you'd probably be shocked at what you'd see.
No, I wouldn't. No, because I've seen people around you at shows, and I've seen people mob you and come up to you for photographs, and you've always got time for it. And I've seen that, so that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But when you have to address it on social media, to my haters and to people that blah blah, when you have to address it, it can't just be me that's just saying that to you, surely.
I don't have to address it. I enjoy it. These people who are constantly on me, on my back every day, you know, they get to say everything they want to say about me. So sometimes I like to give it back a little bit. You know, I could go online now and say, oh, I hope everyone's had a great week, and you know, have a great day and God bless. And the first comment, I can't even say what the first comment would be, but it would be, you know, F off you scumbag. It's just how some people are. You know, they have a bad day, they want to vent. Eubank just posted something. Let me call him an arsehole quickly, because I'm annoyed, and it will just make me feel a little bit better for the night. But that same guy will see me at a fight, and he'll say, oh, "Can I get a picture, Chris? Chris, mate, can I get a picture? Oh, great fight." So you know, I don't look into all that. And the people that do genuinely not like me, they're still buying their ticket. They're still buying the pay-per-view because they want to see me lose. So it's a win-win. Okay, you don't like me, but you're still watching me fight. You're still talking about me. You're still building my profile. You know, all the hateful comments that people leave. You know, all the people that are friends on Facebook or follow that person on Twitter, they'll then see that comment and they'll be like, oh, Jesus, he really doesn't like this guy. I didn't even know who he was. Now I'm gonna just quickly look at him because he must be an absolute arse. So let me just go and see how much of an arse he is. I'll go on his profile, go on his page, and then they'll learn about me and they'll see what I've done. and they'll either say, yeah, he's right, he's an arse, I don't like him either, let me go and talk about him, or no, I actually like this guy. So it's just a domino effect. So I enjoy engaging with the haters because they're helping me, they're building my career.
I've never come across anyone that doesn't like the way you fight. I've never spoke to someone and said, I don't really like his style, because it's quite evident for everyone to see what you bring to the ring. So if they're hating on something, is it your personality? Is it something to do subconsciously with your dad? What is it then?
There'll be many reasons. Some, obviously, my father's a very loved man in Britain, but he has people that don't like him, and those people will transfer that dislike onto me. But I don't think that's probably a small percentage, because you can't dislike somebody just because of who their dad is, or you can, but only to a certain extent. And some of the stuff I get online is a lot more than just that. So it's obviously something I'm doing. I'm not an ordinary fighter. I'm not an ordinary guy. I don't say or act like your average person. And maybe some people. I know some people, especially in Britain, they like people to stay in their place. They don't want to see somebody not succeed, but they don't want to see. If you're going to succeed quietly, and be a nice guy while you're succeeding, and don't talk about your success. Definitely don't talk about your success. That's the mentality some people have. They would prefer me to win these fights and do what I do, and just say nothing. I'll go online and say a quote or talk about something that's not to do with boxing, and every time you get somebody saying, stick to boxing, mate. Why are you talking about that? You're a boxer. That's all some people want to see you do. It's like, oh, he's a boxer, so that's all he should do is box and nothing else. Shouldn't have any opinions on nothing, just box and keep quiet. That's what some people want, and when you don't do that, they get upset, which is mad to me. I don't know what you think about it, but to me that's crazy. And I will never be that way, and people know that, so they get upset, and they say the things they say about me. But at the end of the day, I've got a huge fan base. I've got a lot of people who love what I'm doing, and they're the people that I keep in my heart. They're the people that I think about, and I work so hard to perform for.
Do you believe that you get criticised a little bit for speaking out about your ambitions by saying, I want him, I'm going to beat him, I'll beat him, but the very elite of, we're talking about 3 different weights 10 minutes ago, but do you think that people maybe don't like that, don't like you until you've done something to say, quote you, I'd roast Gennady Golovkin and things like that? I don't know.
But what do these people want me to say? Don't want to fight Golovkin. Nah, he's going to murder me. Is that what these people want me to say? I've trained my entire life. I've dedicated my entire life to this sport. And then you want me to, be in front of a camera and not gun for the people that are seen as the best fighters in the industry? It doesn't make sense. I've worked too hard to be quiet. I've done too much in the sport now to sit back and not have anything to say for myself, and not try and push for these mega fights. The people say they don't like it, but they love it. They don't know that they love it, but they love it. Because if I didn't say these things, they wouldn't have anything to talk about. It's boring. Let me just go watch some football. But because I'm saying things, they're having hour conversations online and with their mates about, did you hear what Eubank said? And it's either, who does he think he is? I hope this guy gets smashed. I can't wait till he fights so I can see him get battered. Or, he's right. I bet Eubank would beat him. And it brings the sport up. It gets people involved, it gets people interested. If you don't like that, then you shouldn't be a boxing fan. You're not a boxing fan.
You said in the press conference that you don't believe that Gennady Golovkin is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters. Is that what you said? I don't want to misquote you at all.
I don't believe that. No.
No. For what reason do you not believe that?
Who's he beaten for him to be able to call himself the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? What great fighters has he beaten? Yes, he's knocking out guys, but there's lots of fighters that knock guys out. Floyd Mayweather, these are the type of guys that can say they're pound for pound because of the people that they've fought and beat in their careers. Marquee names. Golovkin hasn't beaten any marquee names in my opinion. So that's why I say he's not pound for pound.
How hopeful are you that fight still will materialise for you, maybe this year?
That's the goal. I'm not going to stop talking about it, and I've been told that he's contacted us, or his team's contacted our team, so they're interested. So I don't see why it can't happen this year.
Have you got a plan for this year then? Obviously you're fighting this Saturday, but have you got a plan of by the end of this year where you want to be sitting, who you would have fought, and have you got that plan in mind?
I mean, I always say it, you can't plan in boxing. You can't. There's no clear path. You can't say I want to fight him, then in 2 months' time I want to fight him, then in 4 months I want to fight him. It just doesn't work like that. All I know is once I've won the IBO super middleweight world title, I'm gunning for anybody who has a title in the middleweight or the super middleweight division. Obviously, I have my preferences on who I want to fight, which I've said before. But you can't say this fight's going to happen, that fight's going to happen, that fight's going to happen. You just have to go with it, and that's what I'm going to do. Once I've won this fight, then whatever options are open to me, I will take.
2 days away, obviously the weigh-in tomorrow, open to the public at Westfield in White City, and then Saturday night, showtime.
This is it. This is what I've been working for. As far as the opponent, I don't care about run opponent. It's not. This fight isn't about him. It's about what he holds. He holds my ticket to the big time. He holds my ticket to being able to legitimately challenge other world champions. Before, when I'm speaking about these guys, saying I want to fight them, people would say I haven't earned that place. I don't deserve the fights because I'm skipping the line or whatever you want to call it. So winning this world title puts me in position to challenge these guys. And now we have a platform in ITV to make these fights happen without any middlemen getting involved. And I cannot wait.
I'm assuming you've spoken to Andre Ward since he's been here since yesterday.
I haven't spoken to him.
Oh, so you haven't?
I haven't seen him. I mean, I've seen him. I saw him here today. I haven't spoken to him.
Oh. I just wondered if you two have had any dialogue about nothing. No, I'm sure you will speak to him by the end of Saturday. All right, Chris. Have you got anything else you want to add?
Tune in. It's going to be a hell of a night of boxing. itvboxoffice.co.uk. Great undercard. Some nice little fights on there. Witness history. This is my 25th fight, and I'll be challenging for a world title. My father fought for his first world title in his 25th fight. It's history repeating itself, and it's just the beginning. It's the first step on a long journey.
Have you met Ed Levine? Do you know who Ed Levine is?
Ed Levine.
He's the supervisor with the IBO.
Yeah. I spoke to him earlier.
He was the supervisor for the WBO 27 years ago for your dad's fight with Nigel Benn.
That's right.
So just had a chat with him. There's some interesting stories actually.
Yeah, he's the guy. Yeah, and now he's with the IBO obviously, and so he's supervising my first world title. So it's crazy. It really is history repeating itself.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Chris Eubank Jr., thanks for talking to IFL TV again. Thank you for your time this week, and we'll look forward to the weigh-in tomorrow, and then we'll catch up with you after your fight on Saturday.